This is going to be a quick demo of Optic. The first file we're in right now is the optic.yaml file. This is how you configure Optic to work with your project. You basically tell it which parsers to use and the knowledge you want to have imported into your project. So in this quick demo, we have Express.js, REST, and Mongoose imported. And because we've imported these knowledge packages, Optic's going to use them to help us write code. These just are markdown files, copy and pasted off of the vendor's websites, and with Optic annotations added in to help define different parts of this documentation. So these are all pulled into the project, and as I go through and highlight over things that Optic knows how to work with, you'll see that it lights up. So this is a REST route. I have it highlighted. And when I open it up in Optic, I'm going to see all these hyperparameters about this section of code that I can edit. So if I go in here and I change this get to post and this hello to world and hit approve, you'll see that Optic figures out how to update the corresponding source code to match the new model that I entered into it. So that's how you go about creating changes to existing code in Optic. But what's really cool is the ability to basically add new sections of code. And you do this just by asking a question right from your IDE. So I can go in and type in route, and it's going to stream my search query over to Optic. And when I click on a result, it'll pop up, ask me a few questions. I'm going to make this a post route as well, and I'll call it test. And then I'll hit apply, and the route will pop right there into my code base. So you can do this for any section of code you want. Basically, ask a few questions, and Optic can add it basically anywhere within your code base that it belongs. So that's how you create new things, but we think the real value of Optic is going to come mostly from transformations. This is something where you basically take one section of code that other pieces of code depend on and transform it from one to another. So to give you an example, you can take a model, and because the model structure defines what your route, what your networking code, what your forms, and all these other parts of your project are going to look like, there are transformations that allow you to go from one section of code to another. So in this case, we're going to go from this schema definition to a route that implements that schema. And we just click that, and you'll see it pop into the code right there. And this is all happening in real time. So if I change first name to first, and I change last name to last, and let's say I replace this email field with one called isAdmin, and I make it a Boolean, then the transformation to turn that into a route will adapt for all those changes. So that's just some of the features of Optic in a nutshell. One of the things that's most important right now is just to bring as much knowledge into the system as possible so that actual useful killer apps can be built using this platform. And over time, as we collect more knowledge and integrate it together, we think we're going to have a really powerful offering that is immediately useful for all parts of application development. So that's a quick demo of Optic. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.